to The Arsenal, a Spiral Knights podcast hosted by Lord Hood, Lazarus Sky, and Zagreus.
Episode 80, recorded on June 1st, 2014. This is Lord Hood.
And this is Latisan Sky. And welcome to the Derail podcast, where we talk about things that aren't Spiral Knights. So, Lord Hood, did you hear about that Steam sale this past week?
Which
they
one?
have Metro Last Light,
Oh, yeah.
which is 50% off now. And they still say that it's one of the biggest system pushers. So on your
That's
new
great.
laptop there, you could get it. It's $10 now, I think.
Okay.
And turn the graphics settings all the way up and see how your computer handles some, like, alien bug shooting.
Well, I did see the Humble Bundle when that was the RPG Maker.
That's really interesting.
I wonder if that was the program that the Gempire used to make the Spiral Knights.
Yeah. It could be. I don't know. I'd have to ask him. I'm sure it's actually up there somewhere.
Who was in charge of that?
It's a great question. I don't know. Wait, what was that RPG that Gempire was making? What's it for?
The Spiral Knight one.
A Spiral Knights. Oh, this is a Spiral Knights podcast. Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, I completely forgot that.
We derailed and re-railed.
There you go. We re-railed our derail on a Metro last night. Never mind. Trying too hard now. Well, hi everyone. Sorry we were out last week. I was out last week, out of town, but we'll talk about that in Mission Report. Hood is going out of town tomorrow, and so he'll be at the beach all this week, and then he'll be back most likely for Spiral Lights, which is this weekend, so get hyped and tell all the peoples. We have a lockbox here, and I guess I'll open it today. Oh, it's also worth mentioning, you're, like, ill-ish?
Yeah, I'm cold.
Yeah, and his mouth is clicky. But, he's...
Touchscreen.
There you go. Use the touchscreen does not make noise in the mics, which is credit to team. So I will be opening the lockbox, and I may be doing a little bit more of the talking than normal, just because his, Lord Hood's voice is not up to scratch. And by that I mean it's scratchy. Never mind. So, lockbox here. Thud on the table. Squeaky.
Third Wing says he likes trains.
Everybody likes trains. Who doesn't like trains? I think everybody likes. Do you like trains?
I don't know.
I don't know anymore. I like trains. I like trains. Bam! Okay. Stuff movie references.
Don't derail talking about trains.
Oh goodness. Do trains like trains? Do derails like trains? Do trains like No, trains do not like derails. We don't like derails either. So this lockbox has this thick, goopy mess. I think this is the Spiral Knights plot, and it just thickened. So
Yeah. Plot!
we'll have to sort out this thickening plot here. There's an ad clipping in here. It says, limited availability, slay Vanaduke with squirt guns. So that could be kind of cool. We'll have to talk about what that's about. Yes, this news is a little bit old, but again, not having a show last week is just part of life. And then the most relaxing SK parody ever? I don't know, you'll have to decide, but we're here to share it with you. So, and at the end of this episode, there's also a second SK parody that we'll play for you also. So, stay tuned, don't go anywhere. This is going to be a fun show. We'll also be talking about Spiral Lights, which once again is this weekend on Friday. So,
And Saturday.
If you can't wait any longer, go to skyelite.com/arsenal and read all about it. That's that. Let's report about missions. Alright, let's try this again. So basically...
No, actually, the excavators told the truth. It was me who lied.
Mission report.
that bumper to be made by everyone's favorite HRPB, the Maple Vodka Man, so may the energy be with you, and thank you for that bumper. If you want to make a bumper for us, you can, for any of our segments. It's just got to say the name and be within a reasonable length.
And Hood has to like it.
And Hood has to approve, yes. Hood, why are you speaking about yourself in the third person?
Because Hood learned about third person in school today. You know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. That's why it's funny. That's a quote from something. But anyways, yeah, I tried to stream yesterday but there were a bunch of thunderstorms going around all around my house. I think you lost power for a long time.
I was out of power for, let me think, 9 hours. So
That's pretty good. I did not lose power, but my internet was hurt by it. I think probably what happens is the nearest internet server, like connections or whatever, that I'm pinging off of were down. So I just have to ping off. I have no clue why, but storms are the only thing I can account for the fact that my internet was terrible last night. And since I was trying to speedrun Ironclaw Munitions Factory, it doesn't work well when you're lagging and getting like 3 frames a second. So
yeah, I've actually noticed how rain can affect your Wi-Fi. But,
it's kind of weird.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Even when my power's off, if I have a battery backup, my internet still works.
Nice.
Because it's phone lines and not power lines.
Oh, nice. Okay,
So.
that's cool. Yeah, I think that, if the power goes out in this building, the power goes out and everything goes out. So if the power goes out suddenly right now and the podcast suddenly cuts off, you know why.
Yes,
that's why.
My house has emergency lights and battery backups.
It's because your father is a smart man and he built that house. Anyway, there's more streams that will hopefully be coming this week. I kind of need to get back into Spiral Knights a little bit because I've not played for the last 2 weeks. I've been playing like League of Legends and Hearthstone. Not to say those are bad games, and not to say I'm not going to be playing those games, but I also need to be playing Spiral Knights, so come and join me at twitch.tv/Latisan_Sklay. You can follow me on Twitter at LatisanSklay, or join our Steam group, which is the Arsenal Podcast, with Sklay Elite in parenthesis, to know when that streaming is happening. Did you play anything this week?
Skyrim.
That's
it.
Online or
No.
Skyrim?
Skyrim.
On your new computer?
Not ESO. Yeah, Skyrim on this computer. It's a Dell. Full text modded and with full high textures and stuff, full screen. It's perfect. So
It's beautiful.
that's all I could ask for in a computer.
Well, congratulations. I'm trying to think if that's everything. Yeah, the action's going to be happening this week with streams and then Spiral Lights at the end of the week. And you'll just be having fun at the beach.
Yeah, I'm planning on playing some Awesome Knots today.
Awesome Knots is going to be fun. If you have Awesome Knots, that might be what we're doing after the show today. We may do some Spiral Lights for a little bit, but we do also, shameless self-promotion, we do live stream each episode of the podcast, so you can come and chat with us in the chat room if you are in the right time zone for such things. I know we can't accommodate everybody, and apologies for that, but of course there's the recorded episodes. You can go to livestream.com/thearsenalpodcast, and that's on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which translates to, let's do some quick math, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and +4 is 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, which I guess since
We're GTM
Central,
-5, right?
we are -4 because of daylight savings time.
Yeah.
And then I think Central European Time, CET, is +1, in which case it's 7 p.m. But if it's +2, then it's 8 p.m. I don't know. You know if you live in that region. And then the Asias and stuff like that. In South Korea, it's at 1 a.m., so that doesn't really work out. But, oh well. So you can come and hang out with us and do stuff, and we often play games after the show, so you can come and hang out with us. I guess that's that. I had fun at the beach this week. Maybe there will be stories coming on the stream that will be happening this week, hopefully. So, maybe you can come to that. Anyways, that's my initiative, my incentive for you to come and watch me play video games instead of playing the video games yourself.
And Spiral Lights. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and I'll probably be doing some streaming before then. Just playing around with different things.
There's also the other incentives, like getting awesome stuff.
Getting awesome stuff, getting your name read out on the show. Things of that nature, yes. Winning a Prime Bombhead mask.
Yeah, and Monster Pockets, too.
And Monster Pockets. All 4 Monster Pockets, including the Hoptimer Monster Pocket. But we'll give more details about that. We're going to talk for a little while about Spiral Lights at the end of this show, just to make sure all the details are out in audio form.
So you have no excuse for not coming.
You really don't, unless you're dead or in the hospital.
Even if you're in the hospital, you can still get into a laptop.
That's
Unless you're in
very
a
true.
coma.
Okay.
You can dream.
And if you're in a
about
coma,
starlights.
then your doctors should be there watching the stream while they operate on you or take care of you. But, anyways, I guess that's everything. I said anyways like 5 times in this show already. It's going to be a anyways-y kind of show. But the show goes any ways it wants. So.
Anyway, we were saying.
Anyway, we're saying, let's move on to Overhoard at Moorcroft Manor to talk about some week late news that's starting to grow a little bit of mold. Because it's so wet from being summertime splash. Never mind. Let's go. Overheard at Moorcroft Manor. From the helmet of someone who likes some creature that brawls at a horn to fight with or something like that.
The helmet is supposed to be resembling to a demon called...
Well, Spiral Knight's news and discussion is what's happening right now. And all this news is a week and a half old. So if you haven't seen it yet, then, well, here's the news.
You probably don't check out the forums or log on very often, but
Yeah.
I mean,
So if you're listening to
For
the
the
podcast
record.
but not playing the game, that happens. I listen to podcasts about Minecraft, but I don't play Minecraft.
yeah.
But, May 21st had a patch about new story elements, added a bunch of story changes, and in fact some remakes to some mission levels.
I just like looking at the pretty pictures in the new redone missions.
Yeah, those are nice too. But there's some new bosses to fight, some new events, an entirely new mission, which is really nice. It features Haven when it's raining, and eternally respawning gremlins. So if you want to practice your gremlin combat, run Mission 4-1, a new threat, and you can fight some forever spawning gremlins.
Although zombie gremlins would be interesting.
The spoiler alert is that Herix has been revealed. Herix the Gremlin. As far as everyone's kind of known he's existed, but we don't really know much about him. We now know he has the power to throw leafy auras, because that's how he cloaks and decloaks, is by spawning leafy auras. And he turns invisible and steals energy cells and makes your lab in the... Like, actually the lab, the place with the sprites. It makes it look different depending on where you are going up the tiers.
If he kills you, you lose 500 CE. No, I'm kidding. But
There's giant mini gremlins that sputter spark that tries to fight you. There's a lot of new things, so go ahead and check out the patch notes. What it is it's listed every mission that's changed, and if it says like changed mission ending or added mini boss, you might want to play that level just to see with a new gameplay experience. They did add some new mechanics to the game. One of the missions where you're fighting the little gremlinite, big gremlinite sputter spark, it has lightning bolts kind of things, electric lightning bolts coming down just randomly out of the sky, and those shock you and damage you. And it's actually really unfair because I'm just running around and then BAM! Like lightning smites me out of the sky and
life isn't fair.
deal with
And
it.
it's probably like a gremlin weather machine.
Yeah, I don't know. Sputter Spark Weatherman. What a breakthrough.
So yeah, what you're saying is not only is there new plot, there's also new content.
There is both, though there's not much. I went through all of them in an hour,
Yo.
and that was traveling with other people and not speedrunning.
But
So,
think of the fan fictions that are going to come out of this.
yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting. And there's more to come. Gremlins to fight, Herrick's boss to beat. Also really interesting, they do some foreshadowing for Operation Crimson Hammer, which is their DLC, which kind of makes it seem like you assume that you've bought the DLC. Because if you haven't bought the DLC, then you have no idea who War Master Cirrus is, aside from the little foreshadows they give you, and you'll be quite confused.
Well, it's part of the story, so...
I guess so. I don't know, is there a lesson there about not making story into DLC?
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if anything... I mean, there's always story in DLC, but... and there's always some foreshadowing, if a little bit. I mean, like
That's
Skyrim
true.
has foreshadowing in the Dragonborn DLCs before you buy it, like in books and stuff you read.
That's true. Alright. Anyways, go check out those missions. I check out 2 of the new ones in the most recent episode of Quest to Vanguard. It's up on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/SclayElite. Most of you have already seen it, I'm sure, but just to get that out there. And that's the new story elements. They've been doing some patches and stuff like that, too. In the meantime, the other really big thing is the Spiral Knights Summertime Splash promotion, which lasts until the 3rd of June, which is just in a couple days here. This is just another costume promotion. They're not reskins this time. They're like, well, they kind of are. They're reskins with extra accessories.
Yeah, the bracelet and stuff.
Yeah, and the towels that's like wrapped around your hip or whatever.
Yeah, the wrap.
Yeah. And so you get these...
It's a cover-up, isn't it? That's what they call them.
I don't know. But they're from splash boxes, which you just buy with straight-up real money and help 3 rings out. Now, these splash costume armors, though, they are... I don't know. People are saying... Because they're based on... I can't remember which of the armors it is, but it's the proto-armor that's most commonly affiliated with females.
Yeah.
Because...
Well, angelic armor, too, because the ponytails, but yeah.
Yeah, but I don't remember which of the proto-variants is most associated with the females. But it's the one that looks like... I mean, to be frank, it's based on the one... What I'm talking about is these splash costume armors. It's like a towel wrapped around the armor of the proto-armor that looks like it has cuirass, yes. Not draped, cuirass. Though draped, too. But I think that's it. Anyways, it's the one that looks like the chest is a little bit more expanded, is the point.
Yeah, like
and
the spiral scale mail. That's what it reminds me of.
Yes,
like
sort
the
of.
Star variant.
But it's... Anyways, the thought is it's slightly feminine-ish, which is kind of cool. Though not explicitly so, in any way, shape, or form. And it can... We've got some cool costumes that have come out of it. That's all I'm saying. This is getting weird. I feel like I'm making it weird for myself. Yeah. Digging myself into a hole with a furious fork. But,
yeah, the draped armor looks more feminine to me, but...
They both kind of... I don't know.
I like the flak jacket there, so...
Flak jacket wins. Flak jacket always wins. Anyways. All that to say, it's a nice looking little armor set. It's cute. And then we got reskinned weapons that you can also get from these splash boxes. So we have the Deadly Charcoaler, the Spiral Soaker, and the Furious Fork. The Deadly Charcoaler is just a reskin of the Deadly Shard Bomb. It's like little bits of charcoal and stuff kind of exploding around. The Spiral Soaker is a blitz needle that fires like blue bullets and has like a bubble aura. And it's really cool. It's like, this is fun, you're spraying water everywhere. And so you can actually like go and to FSC and like spray water on things with your Spiral Soaker.
Wearing your Ignition armor.
Yeah. And then the Furious Fork, which is a Furious Flamberge. The interesting thing is, in the right hand you hold a fork, which you stab stuff with, but in the left hand you also hold a spatula. You don't do anything with it, but we are closer to wielding.
Yes.
It's almost
a precedent. Well, the precedent was back from that girl with the 2 flourishes, apparently.
Yeah.
Next year,
but it's close. It's almost dual wield. I remember in guild chat, everyone was like, holy crap, you can dual wield. No, you can't. The spatula just kind of sits there and does nothing. But
just walk into a gremlin holding the spatula with your arm straight out, like thunk, thunk, thunk.
Yeah, just like whap him on the bottom with it. Get out of here, you vermin.
Just go get a jelly and like flip it over. Or if you flip a jelly over, can it like move or anything?
Yeah, is it just like autonomously walking on any surface?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's
Probably.
See.
Okay.
Flip a scuttlebot over and it's like a spider. It can't.
Yeah.
Like a beetle. It can't.
There you go. Nice. And the other thing is that the game broke for a little bit last Thursday, 3 days ago, which is not good for a small company because it means they're losing money.
Yes.
Every time that happens, obviously it can't be helped, but like the website went down, the forums went down, the game went down, like their entire...
Was it down for maintenance?
It was down for unexplained reasons.
Okay.
It just broke, and they put out on their social media, like, everything is broken, we're fixing it, sorry. And it came back on later that day.
Because it could have been a server issue.
It probably was.
I mean, I remember one time the Amazon servers went down because there was a big storm, and all the Amazon servers were down.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Well, that's not good for a small company.
Yeah.
Amazon can kind of survive by losing their millions of dollars.
Amazon, in every 5 minutes, they probably lost $10 million.
Yeah. But if you want to help make up for the game broke, obviously there's going to be some people that are going to come yelling and say, but it's Spiral Knight's fault. We don't have to make up for their mistake. But if you want to support 3 Rings and all that, go buy some of these boxes because they're pretty cool. You can get a Deadly Charcoaler like Shard Bomb thing. You can get a Water Gun Blitz Needle, or you can get a dual-wielding, almost fork stabby, light things on fire, kill beasts. And go buy some boxes and make up for it. Make up for the money that they would have lost with the servers being down and stuff like that.
Agreed.
And I guess that's everything. That's all the news. Our discussion this week is just going to come in the form of the Spiral Lights event, which is actually way down at the bottom of the show notes, Hood. Like, right at the end before the shoutouts, because I misplaced it. But Spiral Lights is a charity event that we will be hosting to support Charity Water.
Mm-hmm.
The main event is going to be Friday to Saturday, which is June 6th to 7th, 2014. And we will be live streaming all sorts of different little Spiral Nights things. It's not going to be the most organized thing in the world, because it's hard to organize everything in the world. That would involve a reduction of entropy, which is not possible by the laws of chemistry and physics. But we'll be recording all this stuff, putting all of the videos on demand on our YouTube channel also. And there's going to be some cool people doing some pretty cool stuff. So, if you want to tell some friends about it, put it on your social medias of choice, shout it out in your guild chat, rant about it in random havens without being annoying, put it in your guild message of the day, do whatever, let people know, hey, sklaley.com/arsenal, or if they want to go straight to twitch.tv/spiral lights. It's like nights but with lights, as in flashy. And
It's like darkness, but not.
it's like darkness, but the other kind.
It's anti-darkness.
It's the anti-darkness. So we will be doing all sorts of fun stuff, including Clockwork's Copycats, which is where we take 2 or more nights and we just kind of get in a chat and run the same run with various weapons and see how the gear choices vary the run and stuff like that. We will be running multiple shopping lists. So if you have wanted to play a shopping list with us and a bunch of other people, that can happen. You just gotta donate some monies, because that's the incentive we're doing. We've got a Coliseum Rumble, which is these 6 versus 6 teams battling in the Coliseum, both Blast Network and Lockdown. We got some pretty cool names from the Spiral Knights community coming, including the 3 hosts of the Arsenal podcast. Hopefully, I don't know what Zhang's condition is. He wasn't able to join us for the show today for unexplained reasons. He won't reply to us, which probably just means he's asleep or something. Maroka's probably going to be there. Sir Jinxable's probably going to be there. Ruby Clips might be there. Glacies will be there. Blue Flood will be there. Tovok will be there. You might be there if you're one of the highest donators of the event, which I think the current is $30. People have already been donating. What happens is, if you donate anything, we're going to put you on a commemorative graphic thing that Sir Jinxable is making. Maroka confirmed, I will be there. There you go. And your night will be in this thanks for making Spiral Lights a success kind of thing, and we'll put that up for download, and you can get your digital download of this graphic thingy.
It's awesome.
It is going to be pretty awesome. It looks nice. We'll read out your name on the stream. So here's what to do is if you donate, there's a section to comment. We're doing donations straight off the Charity Water website, so go ahead and click the Donate Here link. And in the description, go ahead and put a description of your night if you want to have him featured in the graphic so we know what you look like. And any message that you want us to read out on the stream if you do donate. People that have donated before the show or before the event starts, we'll just read off as time goes on. At $5, you get eligible to win Friday and Saturday shopping list games and entered into a raffle for a Prime Bombhead mask. And if you want to know what the Prime Bombhead mask is, I mean, Lord Hood will never stop singing its praises because it really is probably one of the coolest.
It's the best bomb mask.
It's the best.
It's the most like vivid, clear color you can see in a bomb head mask. The other ones, when you're standing next to them with a Prime bomb head mask versus any other one, all of them look so dull. It's like ridiculous. No offense to all your cool bomb head masks.
Yeah. And you can have like a little D-pad on your face. How cool is that?
Yeah.
You get like the PAX logo on your face. It's awesome. If you donate $10 or more, you get entered into a raffle for a heart crest, plus all of the other things. At $15, you get entered into a raffle for Monster Pockets. So also leave us your preference for Monster Pocket if you have one, plus all of the previous rewards. And the highest donators will be invited to participate in Saturday's Coliseum Rumble. So you can see the schedule and all the things. It's all on our website. It should be a lot of fun. Once again, June 6th and 7th, 2014, starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right when the podcast starts, we'll be streaming it all from twitch.tv/spirallights, having people hang out. I think Kelnox might be there, might be making a return and just hanging out with us.
From Gyro Avengers, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yep. And come support charity and do awesome stuff like that. I already see a typo in this document, I think. Yes, I do. So I'm going to have to fix this as soon as possible. But that's Spiral Lights. Get it on your calendar. Once again, you have no excuse not to join up with us and hang out and have some fun. We will be going for most of the afternoon, so if you can make it, come on down. Twitch.tv/spirallights. And get the word out. Tell peoples. We'll be putting out.
I have something to say.
Sure.
I just went on Spiral Nights, and I went to the auction house, and I bought a Splash Prize box.
Nice.
And I opened it.
Okay.
And I got a fork.
Congratulations.
What's the chance of that?
Let's look it up. You got a dual
should put that
wielding
in the
Poke Sword.
We should put that in the show anyway. What the chances are. It ends in 2 days, I think.
Yes.
But you'll still be able to buy them from the auction house, but they'll go away quickly.
You won the 20% chance of getting the weapon.
Okay.
80% chance to get, like, the sarongs or the trunks, the swimsuit stuff, and then... Oh, I didn't mention the trunks. That's it. Also, it's like baggy pants is the other option for you for getting costumes. 20% chance of getting a deadly charcoal or spiral soaker or furious fork, and a less than a 1% chance of getting this soaked aura, which just makes you look all wet and drippy.
Sake?
Yeah. I actually haven't seen it, so I don't exactly know what it's about.
Just go see who is it who has all the stuff instantly?
NJ Thug?
NJ Thug, yeah.
Who, by the way, confirmed either... No, let's not go there. NJ Thug is a guy, as far as anyone can tell, because we've been talking about this. And yes, Sky-Scythe has it right. The trunks, it's like Lucario shorts. So if you know, like, Lucario's legs, and they're, like, poofy at the top and narrow at the bottom, that's what it is. And that's your news, and your discussion. Spiral Lights, please, spread the word, let people know. I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Again, it's not going to be the most organized thing in the world, but it's going to be awesome, and we should have fun, and hopefully we'll raise some money for charity. So, that's that. We have a sprint question this week, which has to do with the new story elements and stuff that came out, because we had, like, a rainy haven in the new threat mission. It's a thing to set the mood as you start in the garrison. It's all rainy, and then you run into the lab. But the question is, would the addition of a day/night cycle or a sunny/rainy cycle in the game of SK be a positive or negative change? I think the day-night cycle might have to do with, like, monsters coming out, or the likelihood of finding different things.
Materials, yeah.
And then the weather, like, more chance to come across a graveyard at night or a treasure vault during the day. Or something like that, something that's less exploitable. But, or a sunny, rainy cycle, just like random weather for the fun of it.
Yeah.
Or it just starts raining in Haven. And the day-night cycle, me personally, sprint questions is supposed to be you get like 60 seconds to answer the question,
Yeah.
but we can take this a little more casually, I guess. I don't like the day-night cycle as much, because that doesn't make as much sense to me. It would be cool if it did get dark in Haven, like during the Dark Harvest Festival kind of thing, where it turned to night and then turned back to day. I do like the rain thing. I do like it if it would like get darker and then start raining and then the rain would go away. I think that would be kind of cool. Just as a purely cosmetic thing, like Core Guardian says, that would be fun. Green Link says, if we have a day-night cycle, I want more Haven music. So, yeah, what about you? Day-night cycle?
I would say yes.
Sun-rain cycle?
Yes, I would say yes all the way.
It's a kind of cool little thing. See, I'm one of those people, those weird people that likes looking at rain that's coming at me. I don't really like it when rain is falling. Actually, I do like it when rain is falling. I have very fond memories of sitting at our front door when I was really young, and just staring out at the street, our driveway and the bushes in front of our house and the street, and just watching rain just like come down for long periods of time. I could sit there for hours and just stare at the rain. It's really relaxing. My dad and I would used to go out and sit in the garage and just watch rain fall at night and stuff. I am a fan of rain and that kind of thing. We were at the beach and saw some clouds building off in the ocean, and just seeing the storm cells and the rain coming down in sheets and stuff like that with different intensities off the shore was just really cool. And I did want to be a meteorologist at one point in my life. There was a time for a year or so where he said, what do you want to be when you grow up? I say, a meteorologist. I'll study rain and storms and clouds and stuff.
Well, my mom always wanted me to be a Air Force meteorologist. She was like, "Oh, it'd be so cool."
Huh.
I was like, nah. I think it would be kind of boring. I mean, I'm sure some people enjoy it, and more power to you, but it just wouldn't be for me, I don't think.
Yeah. Well, I really enjoy it. I study it and stuff. And all that to say, rain coming and like starting to rain and then raining in like Haven or anywhere where the weather was dynamic would just be really amazing. I'd enjoy that a ton.
Although it could only last for 30 minutes, right? Because that's how much a storm cell lasts, unless there's multiple storm cells within a storm.
Exactly.
I learned that in physical science or something.
Yeah.
But
a long, long time ago in a classroom far, far away. Something like that. Anyways, there you go. There's that anyways coming up again. But a storms anyways it pleases. So, I guess that will be that. Yes, please, day-night. Well, I don't know. Day-night is... but rain-shine, yeah, that would be cool.
If there were night-only monsters, I think that would be cool.
That would be kind of cool.
I do have night vision goggles.
Are phantoms night-only monsters? Because they're only in graveyards where it's dark?
It could be that graveyards are always night.
How does that work with the...
They're underground.
Look, yeah, but, like, so why are there... Then how are graveyards at depth 2 underground while, like, Wolverdens at depth 27
Well, you can see in the background, you can see the gremlin-made suns, like, on the clockwork. So the gremlins control everything. So I guess they're just very happy people. Gremlins just like it to be light all the time. Or they're afraid of the dark.
That too.
Like the mission Alone in the Dark. I don't know.
Well, we should go out and put out the lights so it can be nighttime. And it'll, like, rain and stuff. We'll just, like, climb up there and, like, climb up the rod thing that's going to hold the light up and, like, break it or something and make it night. I don't know. It's about as logical as Mount Krampus being at depth 24. Thank you, Green Link. Yes.
Okay.
That's about it.
Yeah.
So, there you go. Of Herdic Moorcroft Manor. We've got one transmutation plus maybe a surprise one. We'll see. And transmutations.
Transmutations.
So, Thirder Wing brought us a idea of things that we want to see added to the game, or just cool ideas for Spiral Knights and that kind of thing, which is what transmutations are on this podcast. And he brought us Spiral Knights EVs. So if you're a Pokemon fan who's into EVs, and by EVs I mean the abbreviation for effort values, not the Pokemon species Eevee, but EV, then you can check out Thirder Wing's take on what each monster might give off for slaying it at his thread on the sklaely.com/arsenal/forums, the Arsenal Podcast forums thread there. I posted for him on his behalf since he sent me an email. But it's there.
Yeah, I had to look at that. That looked pretty cool.
It was kind of neat. I don't understand EVs, really. I understand the concept behind them, but I don't know how to manipulate them in the game of Pokemon. So I don't understand the true value of him putting the thought into coming up with these numbers.
Yeah.
Or the problems with them. But if you do know those things, then that might be a little bit of an interesting read for you. It looked like he had most monsters in the game there.
I'm better with AVs from, like, Bethesda games. Console stuff.
AV stands for?
I don't remember. I just know what to use it for. But
I'm better with ADs in League of Legends, where AD stands for attack damage. Anyways, never mind. Or, thinking of the Spiral Knights references, not coming up with any, so never mind. But check out that thread. Have you heard anything? The links to that thread and the art that we're about to talk about and the patch notes, all the links will be on our website, sklaely.com/arsenal. What's that?
I'm looking at the art right now.
Uh-huh.
I like it a lot.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's just jump into the art
Jump
then.
into it.
Yep, well, let's get to that. Spiral Order Recon. I got it! Yikes! So, Spiral Knights related media. The first one is HRPB's Burnin' the Jellies parody of Icy Fire by Ed Sheridan. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Sheridan? Sheridan? Never mind. This is probably my most favorite Spiral Knights parody, or possibly parody of anything to date. I like the Icy Fire song, but it didn't captivate me. This song did. Sheeran. Tristel is saying in the chat. I really wish Zhang was here to hear this song too, because like he was really big on the Icy Fire when we were talking about it when The Hobbit first came out, and so he's not here to listen to the song, unfortunately, but it is here, and maybe I'll try and play it in the background here while we keep talking. There we go. So if you are into like relaxing parodies and stuff like that, this is right on point, and I will go ahead and put this song at the end of the episode. And so if you want to listen all the way through to the end of the show, you can hear this song, as well as a parody that I finished up this week, which is called Tried to Roll, which is a parody of Let Her Go by, not Let It Go, but Let Her Go by Passenger. And so if you want to listen to that, thank you, Lord Hood. Then, or is that green? I don't know, never mind. You can listen to that at the end of the show. Also, we'll be playing that song, and then you can hear it will go up for download probably over the weekend of Spiral Lights. So if you want to download that song, HRPB's song is up on YouTube, so you can go listen to the most relaxing SK parody ever. This thing is pretty bomb. Sounds like this.
Run the clockworks together, raise a poison vial, the elevator.
Yes, it's amazing. So there you go with that. Our next one is Lexari's ACEN 2014 Spiral Knights. I think ACEN 2014 is a conference of some kind, or an event of some kind, is all I can assume. But Lexari is the person related to the guy that made all of the cosplay stuff, I believe. I'm not exactly positive, but this is a cosplay thingy for Spiral Knights, and it's the knight with the Wolver helmet and the over-life-sized Acheron. I don't know if this is the same person that made the Skulver helmet and life-sized Acheron of earlier, or... Oh, no, this is... Okay, sorry, I'm just... Sorry, I'm reading the details of this. Lexari is not the one who made... this costume. This is, oh man, what's the name of the actual guy? We featured him on the podcast as he was making these things. But this is one of the completed shots.
That's the K, doesn't it? Kova.
Maybe.
What's it? K Cove.
I don't know, but it's not Lexari's. Then turns out this is just a picture that Lexari took of this knight with the whole outfit. And it's pretty cool. This is, again, the Skulver and Acheron that we featured before on the show kind of put into action at a, I guess, cosplay event, I assume is what ACEN 2014 is, though I guess we could look it up. Also, we're saying optional hashtag before, but Spiral Knights Con, no, definitely not Covet. Covet is something else. But Spiral Con, let's make it a thing one day. I think SpiralCon has to piggyback onto a different conference to be to be honest, because there's not enough people that play Spiral Knights to justify coming out to a single location from all over the world just for Spiral Knights. It would have to be for another event. So maybe we'll meet up at E3 or PAX or something like that. That'd be cool. Last art is Wolf Girl Amaya's Herix, and the true skill of this art piece is that it came out before the update for the additional story elements. So she drew this Herix picture, and then the Herix story update and stuff like that came out. But This is a very nice looking, like, it's a gremlin with a gas mask.
Yeah, it's
Like,
a biohazard suit.
yeah.
Class A.
Uh-huh. And, like, white fur, which I think is really cool. And the Crimson Hammer symbol looks really good. Not Crimson Hammer. Is that what that is? Crimson Hammer? Like the wrench with the gear around it?
It's the Crimson Order.
Crimson Order, rather.
It's the
Crimson Hammer. Where did I get that? Yes.
Operation Crimson Hammer is the mission with the series.
Right.
It is the 9-toothed gear symbol, right? Is that it?
Yeah.
Every tooth on the gear stands for a member of the Crimson Order.
That looked really good in green, spray painted on a wall. And on Herrick's left hand. So, cool beans by that. Are you alright?
Yeah,
Something happened?
I'm fine.
Okay. He lost his eyewear. And so, yeah, check out all this art once again. It'll be on the website, squelly.com/arsenal. That will be your Spyletter Recon for the week. Let's move on to Bazaar Banter. Bazaar Banter. Crimson Wrench, Crimson Punch, Crimson Tools, Crimson Order. Thanks, you guys, for trying to confuse the poop out of me. Our Bazaar Banter this week is finally the Tortoise shields. I have everything I need to craft all of the Tortoise shields, but I haven't crafted any of the Tortoise shields because I'm waiting until... where am I going with this? Until the Gunner update. Yeah, that's going to happen one day. The 5-star Tortoise shields are the Omega Ward, the Savage Tortoise, the Gorgomega, and the Grand Tortoise. These came out with the March of the Tortoise update, which was earlier this year. And they feature at least two really interesting features. One is the crafting recipe, which requires ancient shell materials, which could only be gotten during the event and are picked up bound to you, so you cannot share them. So, if you were not here for the event, then you cannot get these shields, which is unfortunate. They go from 3 to 5 star, and have a 2-star prerequisite of a standard shield, like a Defender or something like that. Omega Ward, Savage Tortoise, Gorgomega, Grand Tortoise, once again, they all offer large amounts of defense at the cost of a movement speed decrease penalty. So you gotta balance it out or run a little bit slower. And your shield bash turns you into like a little mini shadow ghostly Tortoise that will smash through things, because in a normal shield bash, it checks twice to see if there's something in front of you and breaks the block in front of you. The Tortoise does it seemingly constantly, as opposed to twice. What I mean by that is if there's, say, 3 blocks in front of you, all in a row, and you try and take a normal shield and shield bash through them, you'll get through 2 blocks. With a Tortoise, you'll get through more than 2. That is, I believe, is how that works, though someone's going to come and say, no, that's not right. I know it is definitely fun to Tortoise shield bash through prize boxes. And people like doing that.
Well, you just go down an empty lane with the on either side of you, and go down it and wipe out everything on either side of you.
Yep. It's really interesting the way they've matched up. It's normal defense plus elemental piercing shadow and normal defense for each of the shields. But then they threw on like 2 random status resistances, it seems, is what it feels like. It's like elemental plus fire and freeze. You're never going to be using fire and freeze together. You're just going to be using one or the other. Piercing, the Savage Tortoise has poison and shock, which I don't know. Can't think of a place where poison and shock work together either. The Gorgomega, the Shadow one, has stun and freeze, which has application in the Heart of Ice mission, and the Gorgomega is definitely a viable sword for that, or shield for that. And then the Grand Tortoise, which is just giant normal defense, is stun. I do not know how the Grand Tortoise compares to the Ancient Plate Shield or the Omega Shell as far as number of hits it can take, because all 3 of them have their... I don't think all 3 of them do, but their health bars are all pretty full. And I don't know, like, taking Trojan hits versus taking normal hits, lumber hits, and stuff like that. I don't know how they all compare to each other. But those are your shields. Once again, if you weren't here for the Tortoise update, the Tortoise update will be returning. It would seem, from what Spawn has said, it's going to be a repeatable promotion. But at the moment, unless you have Ancient Shell materials, sorry, you won't be getting these.
And they're bound to you, right? I think
the Ancient Shell materials are bound to you.
Yes.
Which means the shields will also most likely, I assume, be bound to you. And
yeah, you can unbind it there.
You could unbind it. Yeah, I guess there is that. But they'll be really dang expensive because they are... events.
Yeah.
That said, also you have to go to a mysterious alchemy machine to craft them. So,
But there is one in Haven now.
There is one in Haven now, so it's on the right side of the arcade, which is one of the only reasons people go to the arcade nowadays. It's for the early missions where you have to talk to Farron. It's to collect your lockdown rewards, or Krogma coin rewards, rather, or to use the mysterious alchemy machine. But, that's what it is. Next week, we'll be talking about Serene gear. Did you actually craft any of the Tortoise shields?
Yeah, the shadow one. And I have enough shells to craft any other ones I want to, but haven't gotten around to it yet. I swear the 4-star... Yeah, I could get the 5-star shadow one, but I weighed the 4-star shadow one because I think it looks cooler with my costume. So
nice. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, as far as viability goes, all of them are very viable, particularly for loadouts where you just need a little bit of shield utility, i.e. bombing, because it's nice to... If you're going to go full bomb loadout, you're going to need a little bit of extra defense, plus you can shield bash through blocks and stuff like that and break prize boxes faster. Things like that. Next week we'll be talking about the Serene gear, so the accompanying costume items to the Tortoise shields, I believe, is what those were. And that will be that. Unique variants coming right up.
Ladies and gentlemen, your unique variants.
Oh, and Korean Link and Sky-Scythe both kind of teaming up on me to say, you're never going to use Fire and Freeze together in the same place? How about Grinchlin Assault?
Ooh.
So, yeah, I guess that's a place. And it is elemental. Alright, now come up with a place where piercing and... or poison and shock are going to be used with piercing. Because...
compound, I guess.
Maybe?
Let me think of a
maybe
compound.
a poison compound that also has mechanites that shock you, but then the
Wait,
piercing
what about
is no good.
Let me think. Isn't there a mission?
Wolvers and fiends always just come in one variety, as far as I know.
Yeah. Monster boxes.
All right.
I know we're really grasping at straws there, but...
Oh well, that's all right. We're in unique variants right now, and we got a phone call from Heroia. So we'll go ahead and play that, and then talk about what he talks about.
He's our hero.
Hello, this is Heroia, and I have a question for the Spiral Knights podcast. What do you believe would happen if, say, three rings combine the Asian and U.S. servers, and your proposals to fix any problems such as language barriers or trade problems? Thank you, and this show is pretty great, so yeah, have a nice day.
Well, thanks for calling us.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's great.
So, I guess this is not something I've ever thought about before.
Aren't they not combined?
They are.
I thought they were combined.
Not really, no.
Because I have a friend who plays from Japan.
I think you can. that means he's playing on the U.S. servers.
But yeah.
She.
Like Master.
The question is effects of merging the North American and Asian servers. I think the thing that he might be getting at here is that they advertise, Spiral Knights differently. I don't know if this is the question, because I know most Asian people play on the U.S. servers. Which is how that works. All of my friends that live in Asia play on the U.S. servers, unless they're really far to the west, in which they play on EU. But I don't know. I don't think there are Asian servers.
I thought they were. Yeah, there are. Because, well, the Iron Wolf and Iron Dragon stuff. There was the restrictions on those that they weren't allowed to be used in certain countries.
Yeah, a lot of Asian countries. I thought that had to do with Steam, though, not Spiral Knights.
Oh, was it?
Though I'm not sure. Assuming that there are server differences, it's the same game, but I know they advertise them very completely differently. I don't know if you've ever seen some of the, I think it's the ads for Spiral Knights in China, but it's very,
No, I've never seen the ads for Spiral Knights
anime-ish. It's like a...
I actually, maybe on Google searches I have, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, they advertise it to be like a game with a very different art style. It's very much more, shiny...
But is it? It's the client and
the
stuff
client
is
is not different, no, aside from the languages. So what would have to be fixed? Lag compensation, bigger servers. But other than that, I don't know. That's something I've not thought about before.
Well, I mean, it would just be connecting the server farms, wouldn't it? I mean, the actual physical location of the server wouldn't change, and that would be to reduce lag. Because, I mean, if all the servers were located in, say, New York, then everyone not in New York would be laggy. But, I mean, they're centralized in locations that are better for everyone.
Though I also know a lot of people would say, before you add more servers or change servers, fix the ones that are too slow as it is.
Yeah.
To which I reply, I don't have problems with lag. I think it's you.
Yeah, it's the internet connection.
I'm pretty sure that there are no servers in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I guess that the nearest one is Chicago.
Uh-huh.
Would be where the server farm is, would be my guess. Which means I don't necessarily have an advantage over anyone by saying I live in Atlanta. But that's assuming they don't have servers in Atlanta. But even so...
Even if there were, yeah.
I play full frames all the time. Most of the time. Especially since they fix monster spawning in and stuff like that. Like, my lag problems are nearly non-existent. So I would say, and I'd be curious to see how it performs on your computer, too.
Yeah.
If it's
There's a big server farm in 2 places that I know of besides Atlanta. There's one in Fayetteville. There's one near Stone Mountain.
Oh, Stone Mountain. That could be it. Yeah, that's a giant server farm there, which is pretty close.
But, yeah.
Anyways, I don't know. Maybe we do have the advantage. But I'd say try and get a better computer and see how that goes. Or, like, make your Java run.
Maybe internet connection, too. Although,
It could be Java. Lots of people like to blame Java because it is less efficient for platformy MMO games like this.
This computer didn't come with Java, which kind of surprised me.
Windows doesn't come with Java.
Well, last one did, but...
Oh, did it?
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating.
Oracle. But...
Hiroya also asked us a question via email, which is kind of cool, and said, what would you do if you were in a situation where you were stuck in Spiral Knights as your knight? I personally would chase snipes. I would go on a giant adventure and try and keep Lord Hood from turning evil. It would involve starting at Spiral HQ and probably going to Emberlight to talk to some gremlins, in which case, after which I would meet this Canis Maximus fellow, would send me to the core, and I would meet an evil Lord Hood and then return home by jumping off the edge of the clockworks. That would be my
I would
plan.
try a new strategy to become evil. I would go defect immediately to Sirius and then raise an army and invade Haven.
Hey, new content, right?
Yeah.
New content. Would you find Bill? No one cares about
It
Bill.
would be like Avatar, you know the movie?
I have not
The Blue
seen
People.
it. I've not seen one of
I
the
would be
biggest
like
grossing
I would be
movies
like
of all
the
time.
human who helped the aliens regain their homeland that had been stolen from them by the more technologically advanced murderers.
Well, there you go. Is his name Bill? Is his name Bob? I don't know. We do want to also share just what people send us, especially when they want to say, hey, like, here's my attempt at being on the show by giving feedback and stuff like that. So just read this off. This is from Lord Cobalt. Seems like a cool guy. I've not actually met him, and I can only assume it's him, but he just sent us a letter, and it says, Dear the Arsenal Podcast, I would like to say that I love listening to your podcasts, and I think that you put a lot of effort into them. Sadly, though, I'm unable to listen to them due to being in a time zone where you live stream during the very early hours of the morning. Though I have watched every episode that you put up on the website and check them daily, though you only ever put them up once a week. For more Spiral Knights talk filling my ears as I explore the clockworks. I hope you keep continuing with these podcasts, at least all the way up to episode 1000. And there's no question there. But that was him just kind of wanting to be cool and giving us some feedback. And thank you very much. We appreciate it. Keep listening.
Hurrah, hurrah.
And Lord Cobalt.
And Lord Cobalt. Lords are great.
Lords are good. We like lords. Lord Hood and Lord Cobalt.
Although I'll outrank him unless he's a Baron or above, so.
He's
Lord Bob.
He's only a Cobalt Knight, then he's got a ways to go. But then again, if you're only a Magic Hood Knight, then you've got a ways to go too. You should
I'm a magical hood.
There you go. One more complimentary reminder that Spiral Lights is happening this weekend, so come on out and have fun and hang out. Squaley.com/Arsenal for all the details. There's links at the top of the page so that you can click on them to donate or attend the live stream. Shouting out, and I guess we're done. So I'm going to shout out to Sky-Scythe, whose birthday was yesterday? Yes, yesterday. Pretty sure it was yesterday. So, happy birthday to him. If not, it was on Friday. And that is that. Why would you do that? Spam him with gifts. Do it. He's going to hate me, he's going to disown me, but do it. Make the rich guy richer, because that's how stuff works. So everybody did Sky-Scythe. Anyone else? I'm trying to think. Who else had birthdays and things? Glacy's birthday was on Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday. So, happy birthday to Glacy's also, who will be, and Sky-Scythe will both be at Spiral Lights also. So, happy birthday to Glacy's. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else. Thanks to everyone who came out to the stream yesterday. Had some new people coming out to my little Twitch stream. And if you want to join, again, you can follow twitch.tv/Latisan_Sklay. Sky-Scythe is vehemently demanding that everyone stop wishing him happy birthdays and stuff like that. But you know what? That's why I'm here. To make his life miserable. Because he is... Yeah, never mind. We don't go there. Send him cautery swords. Yes. Alright, well, this will be the end of episode 80, so you can tell a friend about us, the podcast, and Spiral Lights, both and. Could be a lot of fun. If you want to call us, you can do so by calling 1-678-322-7765. It goes straight to voicemail, so you hear a little answering machine message, and let us know. Just let us know your night name, and tell us things. Ask us questions. You can join our Steam group, and email us at arsenal@sklayelite.com. We have a YouTube, which is youtube.com/sklayelite. And once again, the Twitch stream is twitch.tv/Latisan_Sklay. The only reason it's my name is because I'm the one with the technology to stream. You can check out this and all other episodes of the Arsenal podcast at sklayelite.com/arsenal. Can you tell I've practiced that? Ooh, spiral lights. See how many light shards we can, gather up in a pool. Let's take someone who has the name Light in their name and give them as many light shards as we possibly can and see if we can get, someone with 1,000,000 light shards. I don't know. Let's go over the binary limit, 2,400,000 whatever, where once it hits that high, it loops around to the negative number.
Huh.
Like the integer limit on Java.
Yeah.
We could do that, and then give the guy, so many that he goes into negative numbers. That'd be interesting.
Could you sell a negative number of them on the auction house?
That's a great
Would
question.
break it?
I don't know. We should try it.
The GM's like, stop! The servers can't take it!
I don't understand negative light shards. Oh, once it turns into negative, they instantly turn into dark shards. Boom. Problem solved. Anyways, I guess that's it. Spiral Lights, it's happening this weekend. Hopefully we'll see you there on Friday. We'll be starting a little bit early, of course, just to get things prepped, see who's hanging around, stuff like that. Thank you, everyone, for listening, and we will see you next time. This is Latisan Sklay
with no Zang.
With no Zang.
And Hood.
And Hood. Thank you. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.
Geared up and ready to go? Thanks for listening to the Arsenal, a Spiral Knights podcast. See links and listen to previous episodes on our website, sklayelite.com/arsenal. Send comments, questions, and audio to arsenal@sklayelite.com, or give us a call at 1-678-322-7765.
Oh, fury high of the chaos below. Keep careful watch of the skull's shores. And should the map be filled with magma and straw, keep watching over those capture points. If this cake is to be eaten, then we should all eat it together. Watch Biscotti make more cupcakes next year. Crying out, please no more. Stand by and we will wait for the gunner update. Arcade readers, yeah. And if you get really lonely, then we should run the clockworks together. raise a poison vial at the elevator, crying out, please no more. Stand by and we will wait for the gunner update and arcade redux. Desolation comes upon the EU servers, and I see fire burning the jellies, and I see fire in FSC, and I see fire hollowing health bars, and I see fire killing BKCs, and I hope that you will spark rev me. Guildies get bored, then I come up with some games. Confined in a guild hall, or from intense play, crying out, please no more. Stand by and we will wait for the gunner update and arcade redux. Desolation comes upon the EU. No, I see fire burning the jellies, and I see fire in FSC, and I see fire hollowing health bars, and I see fire killing BKCs, and I hope that you will spark rev me. And I saw the price of unbinding, and I covered my eyes. For every blocker and returns, then my party will die. And as escape pods fall down, they crash into this lonely town. And with that jelly upon the ground, I hear new recruits screaming out. No, I see fire burning the jellies, and I see fire in FSC, and I see fire hollowing health bars, and I see fire killing BKCs, and I see fire. Oh, you know I saw a jelly burning, and I see fire. The heat upon its skin, yeah, and I see fire, and I see fire burning the jellies.
Well, you only need the light when there's grims in tow. Only know the lag when it starts to snow. Only know regret when you try to roll. Only know that you're poor when your crowns are low. Only hate 3 rings when they don't update more. Only know regret when you try to roll. And you try to roll. Staring at the Spiral forum page, hoping that the haters don't rage. The fires come slow, and they want their radiance. Flourish with slime though makes us cry. Maybe one day Punch will tell why everything we ticket goes awry. But But you only need a GM when the game is broke. It's only a hard job if you work alone. Only no regret when you try to roll. And you only need the boosters when the grinding's slow. Only need the upgrades when the slots are closed. Only no regret when you try to roll. 20,000 crowns of gremlin barks. Same old empty feeling in your heart. 'Cause crowds come slow and they go so fast. Well, you dream of very high attack speed, but never to touch and never to keep. 'Cause you want it too much and you dive too deep. Into your wallet, that is. But you only want your mistakes when your sparks are low. Only no insane when the Trojans gold. Only no regret when you try to roll. But you only need the stars when your sprite is grown. Only visit guild halls when you want a home. Only no regret when you try to roll. But you try to roll. But you try to roll. Well, I told you so. But you only fear a phantom when you hear him moan. Only no lockdown when you start to pwn. Only no regret when you try to roll. But you only hate Biscotti when she spills the dough. How she messed it up, I don't even know. Only no regret when you try to roll. Only know that you're poor when your crowns are low. Only know the lag when it starts to snow. Only know regret when you try to roll.